इश्क क्या मोहब्बत क्या, भूल बैठा सब कुछ मैं तो, दिन क्या रात क्या, चाहत में काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में, काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में। चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में। जो खाली बनता जो सोना मनता वो खिलता है जाने खुदा, बदल रहा है हर एक मौसम बेचैन दिल का जाने खुदा, जाने खुदा, जाने खुदा। तुमसे मिलके मैंने जाना जोश क्या जुनू है क्या, भूल बैठा सब कुछ मैं तो, चैन क्या सुकून है क्या, चाहत में काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में, काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में। जो बढ़ रहा है दिलों का रिश्ता वो बढ़ता जाए है ये दुआ, तू दे कभी ना ये सिलसिला, सारी उम्र बस है ये दुआ, है ये दुआ, है ये दुआ। तुमसे मिलके मैंने जाना रंग क्या रूप क्या, भूल बैठा सब कुछ मैं तो, छाओ क्या धूप क्या, चाहत में काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में, काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में। ये तूने क्या किया, ये तूने क्या किया, डूबा मैं दिल की जन्नत में, काली सलाम दुआ मुलाकात में, चाहे चेहरे की रंगत बदल रही है तेरी सावत में
A very, very pleasant good afternoon to each and every one of you locked on. And thank you and welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show here in New York and on Island Zone Radio. As you guys know, I have a special soul in the studio today. And Dheeraj, I want to tell you, I never thought in my wildest dream that I'll be interviewing you. Years ago, look at you, years ago, when I was at work at the hospital, I used to show my colleagues, I said, look at the kind of dancers we have in Guyana. And here it is, I'm sitting right next to you. What an honor and privilege to have you here today in studio.
I want to say thank you for having me, and thank you for having me again, and thank you for those kind words. And to everyone watching, I want to say a happy, happy Sunday to your viewers and listeners. And I just want to say it's good to be here. And I've watched you a few times. I really don't watch your program too much.
Right.
But I've watched you a few times, and I said, okay, I hope he calls me one day.
Really?
And I'm glad you did, because now we can have some fun.
Yes, yes. You're going to have me crack up because among the jokes you make in, I like to laugh. So guess what? We'll have fun. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk. Dheeraj, he has been a dancer for 45 years. He's a choreographer, dance instructor, and I know you have your own dance group. He's a TV and radio host, won over 150 dance competition, and we will have more discussion about that. He danced for the Queen of England. I did not even know that. And plus, Nelson Mandela, the president of South Africa, he danced over 6,000 shows, has a dance crew of over 35. That's a beautiful thing. Talk to me.
Well, honestly, when I started dancing when I was 9, I never thought I would reach where I am today in the field of dancing, in the world of dancing, because I never wanted to be a dancer.
Really?
I never wanted to be a dancer. I always wanted to be a doctor. But
All
then,
right.
if you saw my post on Facebook recently, I thanked the legendary singer Mr. Gobin Ram. I said a music maestro because in my eyes he is a maestro. Music maestro, Mr. Gobin Ram. I call him the late great Mr. Gobin Ram, the legend. He was the one who actually discovered me at the wedding house, dancing at the Batham House wedding.
Really?
And he told my father that this guy could dance, we should put him on stage.
Yes.
So at first I was adamant about it, but then afterwards, and I said, you know what, let me go try it. So then he really molded me into be the dancer he wanted me to be. He said, because they are dancers and they are dancers. He said, if you're going to dance, and my father said the same thing to me also, he said, if you're going to dance and you're going to dance at the best of your ability.
Absolutely.
And he said, if you're going to go on stage, because you're coming from the Gemini band, because my uncle had a band called a Gemini band.
Oh, really?
He said, yeah. He said, you're going to go there and you're going to win every competition that I enter you in. And so happened for the next consecutive 5 years, I won all the major dancing competitions in Guyana.
That's a beautiful thing.
Under his guidance, of course, and his choreographies, I used to get some slaps in my head and hitting my feet. But you know what? He taught me the right way of dancing. He said, when you leave me or when I'm passed on, you can obviously learn from me. And I just want to say, if he's listening up in heaven, where I know he is right, I want to say thank you for the way he molded me, and my father and him, they taught me everything I wanted to know about dancing and everything I needed to know to go win competitions. So after I won that 5 consecutive years at the Mahasabha Deepavali dancing competitions, I was banned from dancing competition in Guyana.
Really?
Because I was winning everything in Guyana.
All right. And probably you win everything now too.
Then once I came to America, I started winning competitions worldwide too. So I won over 150 dancing competitions. I have never lost a competition I've entered, and I'm happy to say it. And I owe it all to my background, my training, and the people who loved me and who taught me the right way of dancing. So with me, when I'm teaching my dancers in my dance school also, I instill that learning toward to them, that if you're going to do something, do it to the best of your ability. And I pass on my same knowledge to them that I've learned over the years.
And Dheeraj, I've always said this, that anything you do, despite if you're cleaning the floor or whatever you choose to do in life, give it your best shot.
Give it your best. And the way I perform, if you see the way I perform on stage, I always think of the performance as my last performance.
Oh, good for you.
So I give it my best, no matter how sick I am. I was in Florida recently with Mr. Buddy Singh from Chatney Wine and Patricia. I was there with them. And I was really sick on the plane. I wasn't even going to go to the airport because I was so sick. And the virus was going around. So I was getting the virus, I was getting the flu, and I told Buddy on the plane, I said, I don't feel well, and I don't know if I could be able to perform when I get to Florida. He said, let's see what happens.
Right,
I
right.
went to Florida, I kind of stayed in the hotel all day. Normally I would go walk around the place. I stayed in the hotel all day, and then I decided, you know what, let me just take it easy until I go to the show. When I was at the show, I had a really high temperature. But I said, you know what, the people paid their money to come and see us perform, our supporters.
Absolutely.
So let's give them a shot. So I give them my best shot. So I perform over there. When I finish, as soon as I finished my second performance, I said, Buddy, I have got to go to the hotel. I'm going to vomit. And once I vomit,
shite.
that's it. I went back to the hotel right away. I vomit my guts out, and I just laid on the floor right there and slept in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
That was how sick I felt.
And that's a good thing that that you realize that, you know what, there are people who pay their money to see you dance, especially some people go special to see the dance. If there is a show and there is no dance, I don't think there's any show.
And that's the thing, because even when I went to Guyana once, I remember several years ago, we used to do a show called, oh my God, Megastars. And I had like 104 temperature too, and I was doing 12 dance items.
Wow.
Not 12, but 12, 4 sets, but 12 numbers put together. And my other dancer was like, Uncle D, are you sure you're going to make it? I said, we have to, even if I can't, we have to.
Yes,
because
yes.
people came out, 35,000 people in Guyana came out
Yes.
to see the performance, so we had to perform.
Yes, let's go. I see Nanda Hemraj, she locked in. Our good friend John Namat from Suriname. Juliet Singh, Winston Walcott, he's saying good afternoon to you. Dheeraj, let's see. We have John said you should give Kenneth a dance master class. Well, guess what? I've always said I'm a good dancer, but guess what? We come to Dheeraj, I am no match. I can't do it like Dheeraj. He is a special kind of guy. I have Sabita Kumar watching. Alvin Ramsarup, thank you very much. Alvin is from Schenectady. I'm sure he watched your show. Our friend Girly Prasad, all the way from Florida. I see my wife Geeta Rampersaud. She tuned in. Your nephew, right? Ryan DJ Fest. And if you guys didn't know that DJ Fest is his nephew, and I didn't know that for a long time until I really joined, Island Zone Radio.
Oh,
So
by
that's
the way, we are on Island Zone Radio. So if you are watching and listening,
That's right.
compliments of Island Zone Radio.
That's right. But Island Zone, we are doing good things, great
Yeah,
things,
great
and
things.
we are going to bring
We
more.
are not Fest. We are.
That's right, Fest. But it's a good thing to have Fest around. Let's see who we have here again. Sarah Bikari, thank you very much for tuning in. Farouk Mumtaz Ali, I'm sure you probably met him. He is a singer too. Nisha Bibi Zabida Nisha, thank you very much for tuning
Farouk
in.
is appearing on my show next week, the 25th of January.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, he's
Hey,
a good
Farouk,
guy.
how are you, Farouk? Can't wait to meet you again so you can perform on my show.
That's right. I see Indrani, thank you for tuning on. Our good friend, I'm sure you know Russell Link. Your niece, Ronetta Jeffrey, you could say hello to her.
Hi, Renetta. How are you?
Razia Hussein, good evening, my dear. Dataline Singh, all the way from Canada, thank you very much for tuning in. It's always good to have my Lenore people support, okay? Imtiaz Ali locked on. He is watching. Actually, his wife is sick and she's in Baltimore, Maryland. We pray that your wife get better sooner than later. We have Bibi Amina. She is in the studio. Arvinda Kedarnath, our DJ, and he's going by the name of DJ Bolt. So got to let you guys.
Lightning bolt.
So we have one of them going to name DJ, what do you call it, Bolt and Nut. One of them coming up as Nut.
I can be DJ Screw. We got button, no one, we got Screw now, right?
Yes, Shanaz Khan, where are your smiles? She's asking for your smile. Paula Jaikaran, thank you very much for tuning in. Adina Prasad, Paula Jaikaran again. Let's see, Devika Guljar, thank you for tuning in. So, I'm seeing a lot of new names there now. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. You are on Island Zone Radio on the Ken Rampersaud Show with the man himself, the master. And let's get a dance item for him. Our DJ should be ready. Let's go.
Someone said I lost 30 pounds. Oh, thank you.
You lost it.
Thank
Really?
you.
No, he wants to lose that
No,
30
I want to
pounds.
say hi to Farouk. Farouk is his birthday. We celebrated his birthday yesterday. And Farouk, happy birthday to you from everyone here at the Ken Rampersaud Show and Island Zone Radio. And from Girly Prasad, we want to say happy birthday to you, Farouk. And hopefully we can have a drink when you come to the show on Saturday.
Yes, yeah, I like him. Farouk is such a nice guy and a humble guy.
Very good singer
And
also.
yes,
And he's a brand new singer too.
yes, and I'm so glad
only a
he's
couple of
getting.
months, so he's getting the exposure.
He's getting the exposure. So thanks to Terry Gadraj. And young people know these kind of thing. They need these kind of breaks in life. I see Sonia Gaindelal. Thank you very much. Ryan says we are listening. He said, don't misbehave. He's watching you. Sharon Baker Satrahan, thank you for tuning in. My good friend Sandra Kishore, she is locked in. So are you ready, DJ? Let's go. The man himself. Look how he's going to shake. welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio. And the guy you will see dancing there just now is no other, one of the best dancer out of Guyana. And you know why I say this too? Not only because, I know a little bit about dancing, because guess what? When I was a young boy growing up in Guyana, I'm from Lenora, and we had, I don't know if you ever danced at Lenora Park, but that was long story. Really?
Times, yeah.
So I lived not too far from the park, and when I was a little boy, I always liked live entertainment. So I would go there and watch. I went and see like Bibi Fazia. You probably wouldn't know her because she was from the West
I
Coast.
know Bibi Fazia.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of these dancers because when I was younger, I grew up with, I danced with Philip McIntosh, who was one of the best male dancers in Ghana at that moment, at that time. They had Gora Singh, they had Montaz Ali, they had Dali Bash, who later on got murdered on the sea walls.
Right.
I was in the same show that night with her.
Oh, really?
At the Prime Minister's residence.
Oh, yeah.
I performed for some foreign dignitaries that same night with her. And I went back home, and the next morning I heard she was murdered.
I love how she danced.
She was the best.
She was one of the best.
Not only was she an amazing dancer, she was beautiful, and she was very, very smart. Very, very. And that was the reason why my father said you have to be careful because you never know what could happen as a dancer.
Right.
And then they only had like 2 or 3 male dancers in Ghana at that time, and I was one of the 2 or 3 male dancers.
Wow.
So my father kind of protected me at that moment.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You want to say hello to some of your viewers?
I want to say hi to Jameer Mohammed. How are you? Gita Baldio, Malta Harris, Bibi Hack. How are you? Angela Ramsaran, my ex-wife. How are you? I want to say hi to Roxanne Walker Hamilton, Navin Singh, Gita Baldio, Bibi Hack. How are you? And Angela, I hope you keep your words with our lap dance. I want to say hi to John Niamat. How are you? To Maria Harris, Salima Sharif. How are you? And everyone else locked on right now to the Ken Rampersaud Show. I just hope you guys are having fun. Mr. Girlie Prasad, hey, I do a lot of shows with Girlie in Florida, and she's an amazing singer, nice person also. I want to say hi to Manda Neal. How are you? And everyone else, Sabita Singh, Julie Singh. How are you? And everybody who's having a birthday, we want to say happy birthday.
That's right. I know Lena actually, she was on earlier this afternoon. One thing I say about Girlie Prasad, I met her just a couple of weeks ago, and she is such a nice person.
Very nice, yeah.
She's good to be around. She's just fun like you, and we laugh.
Whenever
and
we
fun.
meet, we always have good laughs, myself and her. And there's one singer she's always hanging out with. I forget his name. I call him the local Sundar Popo.
All right.
Mr. Lal. We have a good time together when we go to Florida for show events.
Oh, that's good. I see. Somebody was saying that you do a good dance, Miss Bird, Miney Bird. Thank you for tuning in. She always pick a fight with you, Angela Ramser, and she said you are. I know that it's a joke that you guys are husband and wife.
She's a very loving person, and I'm the kind of person I like to laugh.
Right.
I like to talk crazy stuff, and she's one just like me. So we just have fun. Our program, these programs are designed. I think you would say the same thing also. Yes. To take off stress.
Right.
We're here to have fun and entertain. And if
that's
we can
right.
do that, why not? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's nothing, we're not being paid to do this.
Absolutely.
But we're just giving our time because it's a de-stressor for us.
Yes.
So if we can make the people out there who's listening and watching happy, why not?
Yes. And I see Farouk says Dheeraj is such a great and talented dancer. He know and to have all the moves in his body like spring, very flexible. Pray God continue to bless him. And yes.
Thank you.
Jameer Mohammed from Canada watching. Thank you very much. I didn't get hello to our friend Roxanne Hamilton from Florida. Thank you, my dear. She's always supportive for me and all the shows actually in New York. So, we were talking just now, like of all the dancers, who you really enjoy dancing with in Guyana.
As a duet partner?
Right.
Well, actually, in Guyana, I didn't have any duet partner, but there was, when I had joined the Indian Cultural Center, I started dancing with all the dancers from the Indian Cultural Center, which is a lot of girls and a few guys, of course. And my dance guru at that time was Tirat and Riva Ajmani from India. They were in Guyana for a couple of years. So I spent about 9 months with them in Guyana learning from them. And they had a daughter they still have a daughter called Neha Ajmani. And they have several dancers in the school, but she was one of my favorite dancers to dance duets. So whenever we have to dance on stage, we do group dance, but as a boy-girl duets. She was one of my favorite to dance with at that time. And I also used to dance with this girl called Kamala Devi.
I know the name.
Kamala Devi, actually, she was one of the Diwali pageant winners, Miss Diwali in Guyana, she was representing the Guyana Police Force. So when she went up for the pageant and she won the competition, later on she was recruited by the police force, and so myself. So we became the national dancers of Guyana, myself and her. So she was my dance partner at that time until she got married and she stopped dancing. Then I went on to the cultural center where I met Neha Ajmani and the other dancers. So then those were my two dancers I used to dance a lot with. But when I used to do a lot of shows with Dolly Bash and all the other dancers in Guyana.
Yes, I can't believe that over 45 years you've been
This year
dancing.
makes 4 to 5 years.
Look, and you look so good. Anyway,
Oh, thank you.
did you had any kind of formal training in terms of dancing?
I do. I actually studied intensely on the Reva Ajmani, Tirat Ajmani, and Biju Maharaj, which I studied Kathak dancing from Biju Maharaj and Kathak and folk dancing, Odissi and folk dancing from Reva and Tirat Ajmani. So I had my formal training from them, but I'll tell you one thing. Bottom house training is the best training.
Good for you.
My father had a rum shop, so I would go into the rum shop and they would play all these rum shop songs, of course, all these Daka Dali and stuff like that. And of course, you have all these guys who's my father's friends, and they're all like really good bottom house dancers. So they would have me dancing with them. So if you see my style of dancing, it's totally different from most dancers because I incorporate a lot of bottom house dance styles in what I do because I'm relating to the people out there. I'm not there to take away from you, but to just have fun with you.
That's
As
good.
a performer, you go out there to share, not to take away.
Beautiful.
So that's how I have my background.
Yeah,
training.
I see your sister Shanti Jeffrey locked in, and I gotta tell you that she's such a pleasant soul. I hope you take after her a little
Well,
bit.
Shanti is like my mom. She's like my second mom. She's my favorite sister.
All right.
And I'm not scared to say it because you know what?
Yes.
Life is too short.
Right.
And she's always had my back from day one. Since I started dancing, she's always had my back. My biggest supporter, my biggest fan is my sister, Shanti.
That's beautiful to
From day
hear.
one, she's always had my back. When my mom and dad couldn't go places with me because I was so young, she would actually go with me.
Oh, really?
And my other sister, Geeta and Savitri, but she was always had my back. And then when I came to US of A, she's had my back onto this day. We may fight a lot because
you
brother
do?
sisters do. But she and I exchange words, and 5 minutes after, we're back together again.
That's a good
And I
thing.
love my sister a lot. I always say she's my second mother, and she thinks I'm a little kid until now. The way she's like, as if I'm a little child. I'm like, no, I'm over 50.
Oh, yes, yes.
She thinks she's my mom.
But she is a beautiful soul, and I love her because, anytime I go to the show, she's always so pleasant with me, So our DJ is going to get a song, and we'll get ready for another song. You ready? Let's go.
Is it on me again?
मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है पर सामने जब तुम आते हो पर सामने जब तुम आते हो कुछ भी कहने से डरता है ओ मेरे साजन 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 मेरे साजन मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है मेरा दिल भी कितना पागल है ये प्यार तो तुमसे करता है
Well, good afternoon again, guys, and welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show. We're having a lot of fun inside of here. You see us. Let's read some comments. You want to go ahead and read a couple, and then I'll read some?
Yeah, I want to say hi to Marie Harris. How are you? Angela Ramsaran, thank you. I'm always hungry. And I just had some really good dal chicken curry and rice. And Ken is trying to be a cook. He made something with like eggs and shrimp.
Devil eggs.
Devil eggs. So it was really good. I want to say thank you for that. And Nanda Hemraj, how are you? Thank you so much. And I want to say hi to Debbie Sanasani, John from Queens, how are you? Bibi Hack. And Fiza Noor, Gita Baldio, how are you? And Angela Sekison hugs going out to Ken.
All right.
The reason why I divorced her. I want to say hi to everyone else locked on right now. Kusum Narayan, how are you? Everyone else.
Priya, I see a question, and I have that question lined up for him. And I'm going to ask him that. Fiona Balroop, Eva, thank you very much. My good friend Lalita Dheeraj, I'm really trying to catch while doing stuff, and that's good. I know you're doing a lot of work home. So take care. Don't get yourself too tired. And your friend Angela is on. Kamo Harry Chen, thank you for tuning in. She's from Lenora. My Lenora girl Nanda says, Ken, you might have to provide dinner for my friend. I got a lot of food for him to eat, and I know that Dheeraj like to eat, so we got a lot of food for him. So he's going to eat 2 dinner today. One just now, not too long ago, and after he finishes the show, he's going to eat again. Miss Sanyasi, thank you. And I see who we got. Bibi Hawk, John from Queens. You know, John is the guy who does all our thing, upload all our video in, which is a good thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Ken Rampersaud Show here in New York. So, my next question to you, Dheeraj, you know, I one of the time that I went and saw you dancing on the ship,
the boat
ride,
yeah.
And I see, man, you had it going. You were dancing. Also, I look at your face, and you were so serious. It's going to be 2 questions I'm going to ask you the same thing.
2-part question.
Right.
Okay.
And when you're dancing, what's going through your mind really?
Money. No. No, what actually goes through my mind is I was paid to do a job.
Right.
Because if you ever see me out there performing, and it goes for the entire public, if you ever see me out there dancing, I'm being paid to shake my butt. So I will shake my butt. I always say I'm performing as if it's my last performance.
Right.
So I go out there to give you your money's worth. Of course, they're paying me to perform and to entertain the audience who is there. So not you're also paying to see me perform. So I treat myself as a professional. I am a professional dancer. Entertainer is my first thing because I go to entertain because not all the times you actually dance. It's a dancing and a performing at the same time, entertaining at the same time. So what goes through my mind is I'm here to do a job and do the best of my ability. So I'm so focused on what I'm doing. If the song is a serious song, I get into the mode of the music. If it's a romantic dance, you see my expression changes.
Right.
If it's a really hot song, I smile. If it's a sad song, I get sad. So my thing is I get into the mood of the song because I'm there to do a job.
That's right. That's a good thing. And it's always good to, like we said before, it's always to perform good. I also noticed that while you're dancing, these ladies, all of these ladies coming after you, I'm like, what's going on? Is that a distraction for you? Because I know you're so focused.
Sometimes it is, especially when they grab you and touch you. I mean, I don't mind the grabbing part and the touching part, but then also it becomes, if they touch you and they walk away or they grab you and walk away, I don't mind. But for them to be on you, it's like they just throw your entire choreography off. So sometimes it is a distraction. If it's like we're all having fun on the boat, like the boat ride was, then it's a fun thing for me. It's a fun thing. But then if it's a professional show, stay away because I'm doing a professional dance. But if it's a chutney, whatever, I don't mind handling that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. In the United States, who you see as a role model? If there is one that you see
As a role model for myself.
for yourself.
For myself.
I know that you're old and you could be a role model, and you are a role model for so many dancers. But is there someone that you really like in the United States who you see dancing?
Before I answer your question, Priya is asking what about enjoying it. Of course I enjoy it because the money pays well. I'm the highest paid dancer in the West Indian community, and I'm proud to say that. I demand the most amount of money per performance, so I enjoy making the money. It's like a job for me now. So I enjoy it because the money pays well. If the money wasn't paying well, I wouldn't be enjoying it. Because I've been dancing for 4 to 5 years. I don't need to be dancing for free anymore.
Right. And you're one of the best around.
Thank you. So also you said about a role model, a person who I look up to in the community or in the US of A. Actually, there's nobody I look up to in the US of A. My dancers in my school, my students, which includes my daughter, I think they're amazing dancers. We had one young man there who I thought was going to be the next big dancer. But then he quit from dancing because some people, not everyone is cut out to handle criticism. Like you can call me whatever you want to call me. Call me all the names in the world. I don't care. You're paying me to dance. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want to call me. But some people can't handle it. So this young man stopped dancing because of the name calling and because he couldn't handle it. But I, on the other hand, I don't care. So who do I look up to? No one. I look up to the people who is brave enough to brave the audience.
To go there and dance.
To go there and do their job, yeah. But then we have dancers and we have dancers. Is there any good dancer out there? There are a few, but
we're
are
gonna
they?
go. Yeah, we're gonna go there and see who some of the good dancers. And I want to ask you, for all these years, I'm sure in anything that we do, there are going to be good people who are going to talk good things and bad things. How have you lasted this long, and how did you handle all the criticism that came your way?
But like you can see, I have a mouth. I love to talk. So if I'll give you a personal experience of mine. A couple of years ago, I was dancing, performing for a show. I don't call it dancing, I call it performance because dancing is a totally different thing than performing. It's two different categories altogether. So I was performing for a show one time at one of these high schools, and there's all these bunch of young boys who was dancing in the show. Well, I said they were dancing because they had no clue what they were doing. So one of them was looking at me and he's laughing. And I was like, why? And they were saying all these bad things about me. So I went up to him and I said, why are you talking about me? You're 17 or 18. I'm 3 times your age. Right? I said, why are you laughing at me? He said, oh, you're wearing makeup. I said, look at your face. You're wearing 10 times more makeup than I'm wearing. Because all performers do wear makeup. Even American actors, American singers, American TV hosts, everybody, they all wear makeup. So, of course, you wear makeup to go on stage. But they were making a mockery out of me because they thought I couldn't handle them. I was like, but 6 of them. I go up to their face. I said, do something about it and come take it off of my face. Let me take off yours for you.
Oh, Lord.
So then I finally went on the stage, and when I finished dancing, I picked up the microphone and I said what I had to say about them. So my thing is that you can say what you want to say to me or about me. I could give you a response. But don't touch me, because once you touch me, I do kickboxing. I could fight.
you're too much. I can't with you. But that's good. It's good that you look at this. And what do you say to the young people as we're talking? What advice you have for the young guys or the young girls or your students who are dancing to deal with the criticism? Because I'm sure they come to you.
They come to me
and
a lot.
Tell you these
Well,
things.
this is a short story. A couple of weeks ago, a couple of parents have been calling me to have their young sons, 5 and 6 and 7 years old, come and join my dance school. And I told them flat out, I said, no. I said, do not bring your kid as a young boy to dance at that age. Let them become 17, 16, 17, 18 when they know what they are, sexually, physically, or they're aware of who they really are. Because when you bring a young kid in a dance school at 5 or 6, and there's a bunch of girls, of course, they can become very... It kind of rubs off because dancing is a feminine thing. I mean, dancers do look feminine, right? So, of course, even the clothes you wear, the makeup you wear is very feminine. So I don't encourage no young person, no parent to encourage a young boy to become a dancer. Wait until they're mature and they know what they want.
That's
like I do have a couple of boys who came to my school. These guys came when they were older, 19, 20. So, of course, I know who they are. They didn't come to dance. They came for the girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's what I like because boys should be... I like when boys are bad.
Yes.
Because boys should be bad. But if a person comes to my class and they're young, I refuse to take the boys. Girls are okay, but not boys. So for the people, advise the young boys out there, if you want to dance, do not start dancing at a young age. I started when I was 9. I didn't have a choice.
Right.
I wanted to be a doctor, Dr. Dheeraj, but hey, I couldn't be a doctor. So I just didn't have a choice. But my father and Mr. Gobind Ram, they put me in the right direction. They said, no, if you're going to be a dancer, this is how you're going to do it. So for the young boys who's dancing out there now, the few that's dancing out there now, stop doing what you're doing. Stop wearing ladies' clothes. Stop pretending you're girls. You're not girls. You're boys. Are there any male dancers? I don't think there are any male dancers out there.
Well, taking it from the guru, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Dheeraj and Ken Rampersaud here on the Ken Rampersaud Show on Island Zone Radio. Let's, our DJ is going to get a tune ready. In the meantime, I'm going to get some, read some comments. Priya said, I love that advice for parents. And Gita Baldeo said, beautiful. Rita, Rita is one of my friends in Florida. Thank you very much for tuning in, Rita. She said, true, you are right. That is right advice to give parents. Let them know what they want and they have, which is a good thing, the passion and for education first. And that's just a good thing to let people become. And I always say, it's always good to have education. Get the basic foundation.
To be honest, when kids come to my school, I ask them for their report cards at the end of the school year.
Oh, really?
Because if the report card is not good, I said, please don't come for a while until you get your grades up.
Oh, really?
So I have doctors left my school, lawyers left my school. Every one of my kids have become really so smart. And I think dancing helps you focus.
Absolutely.
Dancing is a complete, you're so focused on dancing. So it does help with your education also. So that's what I just want to say. I'm big in education also. I promote that. And I love when I'm having a conversation in the classroom that if you're dancing, be talk about some about life too. Because dancing, there's two parts. There's theory and there's practical. You got to know what you're doing and do what you know, because every dance move has a meaning. Every step has a meaning. So there's two parts of dance. There's practical and there's theory.
Yes, and I see Rita say, oh, my mama, Dheeraj haters. I watch Dheeraj dance. He is a great dancer, and I second the motion. And Girlie said, you are so funny. Love him. He is the best dancer. I love Dheeraj too. He's a great dancer. Girlie said, John said, Girlie, yes, Girlie, you are right. Dheeraj, you are awesome. Yes, Lalita, he is. And he got me cracking up here in the studio too. You are who you are, and they need to recognize you. Lal. Kenneth Chutney Wine, my friend and family, enjoy Dheeraj and the topic. She's enjoying our topic, and that's nice. I'm so glad that you are.
I know I may not say what everybody wants to hear, but if you're teaching the way I teach dancing 4 times a week. And if you see what I see, then you'll be like, no, I know these young boys shouldn't be here now. They should wait until, because some of the boys, they come and they cry. They don't want to be there, you know what I mean?
Really?
So, yeah, so don't force your kid to do something they don't want to do. Even when they bring the small girls and they cry, for a couple of classes they will cry, then they become comfortable. But if they're crying after a while, after a month or 2, I say don't bring them back because they don't want to do it. Not everyone wants to dance, but boys in the whole, I wouldn't encourage any parent to have a young boy, 5 or 6 years old, come to a dance class. Maybe American hip-hop. hip hop, breakdancing, American music, but not Indian dance. I'm sorry if I'm saying this, but I've seen it in my class.
But Dheeraj, I have to give you credit because that's the right thing to do. I think education is the foundation of any child.
And education is, let me tell you, anybody coming to my class, if they're not smart, I said, please come and come back. Because you have to be smart to be dancing. Because when you're dancing with other girls who's dancing within a team, it's all about teamwork. And then you have different combination of your head, your eyes, your facial expression, your hand movements, your body language, your foot movements. You have so many elements in dancing. So you're thinking so quickly because everything has to be in line.
Right.
So as a dancer, you're not only just dancing, your facial expression, your body language, your foot movement, your rhythm, everything has to be together. So you're thinking smart and thinking fast.
Dheeraj, have you ever had any malfunction with your dressing?
I did a couple of years ago. I actually went on stage and we were doing a ballet for the Indian Culture Center. And I didn't time, we were changing so fast, I didn't get a chance to tie my dhoti properly.
Oh my God, your dhoti.
In the play and the drama we were dancing, they had to keep pulling at me. So one of the girls, she pulled my dhoti by mistake and it fell. So I had to hold my dhoti and run out the stage.
Oh, child. I hope you had on underwear that day. Anyway, our DJ is ready for our music. Let's go.
With somebody, being with someone, you will see reason to smile, reason to breathe. Sometimes we need someone to feel complete. I am so happy, I have somebody, need no wings to fly, as long you by my side. No more headshot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. No more real shot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. For me, thinking about you, my heart skipping beat. Love feels so right, love is so real. Sometimes it's hard, but love is what we need. I am so happy, I have somebody, need no wings to fly, as long you by my side. No more headshot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. No more real shot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. No more headshot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. No more real shot, I choose love over rum. No more headshot, I'm glad those days are done. Studio.
Good afternoon again. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Ken Rampersaud Show today. I have a special guy in the studio who's been dancing for over 45 years. the great Dheeraj Guyana. And so again, I'm so glad you agreed to come.
I'm having fun actually. I'm actually glad you're interviewing me for the questions you're asking me because I haven't been asked those questions in a very long time.
Oh, really?
Yes,
oh,
I'm
that's
glad.
Good. You know, let me divert a little bit. People don't know. Apart from being Dheeraj the dancer, what do you do actually on a weekly basis?
I'm a professional cook.
Really?
I'm a professional cook, yeah.
Wow. So you are a chef in New
Not
York
really a
City?
chef, but a professional cook,
Oh.
and I have professional training. I have my license,
Oh, really?
and we work for the city. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that. So, in case anybody wants to know what he does, actually, he is a cook. When he's not cooking, he is dancing. So, let's say that, I know that you did a one-man show. Tell me more about the one-man show. And I know it's hard to pull off.
Actually, 5 years ago, when I had the idea of doing a one-man show, I was just turned 50, actually, because I'll be 55 in a couple of weeks, guys. My birthday is today, and every day until I'm 55. So everyone's kind of worried about me because I was going to be on stage for 3 hours by myself with some backup dancers, doing a one-man show, but 18 dance items, about 9 costume changes. So they're like, are you sure you can do this? I know me. I'm fit. I can do this. So the first show was very successful, well received. The second was very successful. The third one, and so then I started to go into different places and do it too. So, and I just wanted people to know that because of all the years I've been dancing, I have so much knowledge to share about the showbiz world and about the dancing world. So that's why I chose to do the one-man show. And this is the last year of do the one-man show. And after this year, I don't want to do it anymore because it does take a lot out of me. I was in Florida last year, a couple of months ago, for Dheeraj Up Close and Personal at Island Mix Lounge. And I did a one-man show. I was on stage for almost 2 hours and 45 minutes.
My God.
But because it was so hard, but it finally came to an end and I was happy. And everyone who came said they loved it. So thank you all for coming out. And I just want to say, doing the one-man show, I don't know if any other dancer could do it because of the variety of styles I can dance. This was like me showcasing so many different variety of styles of dancing and talking about my accomplishments and where I went and what these songs mean.
That's good. And, my next question to you, Dheeraj, doing all these dance, is there any kind of preparation you make, like, to go and do all these dance? Is there a special diet you eat? Is there any kind of exercise?
Special diet, eat everything. As you guys know, I love to eat. I eat all day, but you know what it is?
You do?
I eat everything, yeah, because I work out also. I go to the gym.
Oh, you do?
I love the gym. I do like about 4 miles in the morning on the treadmill.
Wow.
And then I go do my, I do a lot of bike and stuff like that. So besides dancing 5 days or 4 days a week in the evenings when I teach, I dance also while I'm teaching. I also work out too. But then I love to eat. So that's why I'm maintaining my 300 pounds because I love to eat.
And guys, you would not believe, when I saw, I thought Dheeraj was such a big, tall guy. And when I saw him, he was this little piece of guy. So
I'm 5'8", 160 pounds.
5'8"?
5'8", 160 pounds.
Wow,
yeah.
good for you. Let's see. We have some greetings here. John Nimat says that, he's from Suriname, and he says, very talented young man, Dheeraj. Yes, he is. In life, there's so much haters and competition. No reason to be hater. Have a heart and always give people compliments for their actions. What they do, everyone can sing and dance and have a passion. So live, love, and laugh. She is absolutely correct. Dheeraj, you have a cooking class. You have a cooking class?
I actually have a cooking class. I do,
really?
but only for where I work.
Oh, that's
it's not for the public.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I see. Nalini Singh, thank you very much for tuning in. Lalita Deoprasad, thank you, my dear. She says, well, Dheeraj, I love cooking too. Oh, we're going to talk about, Angela says she wants to bring her cat one day. And she always talk about that black cat,
Angela, do you have to talk your business out in public? You're supposed to keep it undercover.
And she said, do you teach adult dancing like pole and lap dance? Angela, it's too much.
Well, dancing, let me tell you, dancing is dancing. I can teach you any style you want to learn because I've won ballroom dancing competition. My sister Shanti and I actually won a ballroom dancing competition in Guyana several years ago.
Oh, will she could dance too?
Shanti's an excellent ballroom dancer. Wow. So we had entered this competition and we won the first prize. So I do ballroom, I do professional, any kind of dancing. The only thing I don't do is Bharatanatyam, which my daughter does. But I can do any style of dancing, so I can teach you pole dancing, Angela, if you would like me to.
All right. I see my sister Nalini Naomi Ramdas is watching, and my sister Juliet Rampersaud watching all the way from Guyana. It's good to have you guys on. Maria Harris said she's watching us too. That's a good thing. Nalini saying, watching all the way from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hello.
That's nice. Big up to Nishal B. Balkisoon for a great song. Let's see who we haven't caught. I always like to catch everyone here and say hello to them. You know how
Exactly.
we want to acknowledge people who are watching again. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio, and always grateful for the man DJ Fest. I'm going to ask you. Oh yes, Dheeraj, I heard that you was asked to dance in 2 big movies and you turned it down.
I turned it down. Not I did. My father did, actually. When I was very young in Guyana, they were making a movie called Bande Heart.
Or I know that
it's
movie.
called The Precious Knot, and we would translate Bande Heart. And my father said no. And I always wonder why he said no. To me, doing a dancing role in the movie, he said no. So until now, I haven't had a chance to ask him because he passed away before I could ask him. But that was one movie that was refused. I was refused to dance. Well, he refused to have me dance in the movie. And then later on, several years ago, I was offered to dance in another movie that was being produced here, produced in Guyana by an overseas-based Guyanese, and I refused it.
Why?
Just the way the script was written and just the kind of a scene I was in. I was like, nah, I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Well, that's good that you have some pride in all that you do, right?
Well, it's not that I would do anything, but then there's some things you don't do as a performer. If I was, maybe if I wasn't a performer, like every week I perform for different parties and different shows and different events. Maybe if I was just an actor who just acted in movies only, I would have done it. But I'm a performer every week. And then if you see me in that way on a big screen, you wouldn't have the same respect you would have for me if you see me as an actor. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
while our DJ is getting ready, I'm going to ask you a question when we come back after this song concerning your daughters, because I know you have 2 daughters and both of them dance too. So we will talk about them as soon as we hear this song, okay?
Okay, great.
Hear the children crying. Hear the children crying. Saying
Welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show here on Island Zone Radio. I am talking to the man himself, Dheeraj Guyana, who has been dancing for the past 45 years. I see Neela Pawaru tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in, Neela. Nalini Singh want to say hello to her mom, who is all the way in Berbice. Thank you for tuning in. Girly Prasad is watching. Farida, thank you for watching in the program. Mary Ann Lou, I'm sure you know her. She watches all the show actually, and it's good to have her support. Mary Lou Ramdani from Canada. Let's see. Rita Singh says the right one. One love. That's what we are trying to do. One love, and to bring love into the world. Neela, thank you very much again for tuning in. So let's talk again. You made history on Broadway. What you really did. I'm sure a lot of our audience haven't heard of your story.
Well, to be honest, several years ago when they had Club Tobago, but that was owned by my brother from another mother, Mr. Ramesh. I just want to say, awesome guy. He was one of the owners of Club Tobago.
I know that place.
Awesome guy. So we did a show called West Indian Dreams, where I had this idea of just having everything pre-recorded on videos and having the screens and everything in a video, and I was just acting the parts. So I didn't know there was somebody from American Theatre of Actors in the audience.
Oh, really?
So when the show was finished, he came to me. He's like, young man, here's my card.
Right.
Can you give me a call tomorrow morning? So then I was like, okay, whatever. So I gave him a call the Monday morning, and he said, can you come to the city to American Theatre of Actors on 53rd Street in Manhattan and meet me? So I said, okay, let's go. So I went there and met him. He said, we want to offer you a 2-night event at the American Theatre of Actors, but you have 6 weeks to put it together.
Wow.
So I was kind of adamant. I was like, maybe, can I pull this off? Can I? But I said, no, what, we can pull this off. So I came back, had a talk with my dancers. I chose Lakshmi to be in the show. Lakshmi Singh. Wendy Khan.
Yes.
I had the Supertones band. I had Terry Gajraj. I had King Raj, and I had my dancers, Nikita. So we wrote the exact same script we did at Club Tobago. We wrote the script, and then we did a show. Dance, drama, musical at American Theatre of Actors. Both nights were sold out, and the last night was so emotional because I realized we actually just made history as the first West Indian dance group to be at American Theatre of Actors, which is a landmark, a part of history in America.
Yes.
We got a chance to perform at this theatre, and then later on we did a show called Lethal Triumph. So we had a chance to do a lot of things, and I just want to say I'm happy that we were part of it.
That's good. It's always good when when people recognize you. And this is why, I've always believed in my life, Dheeraj, no matter what you do, give it your best. Like we said, you never know
who's watching. That's why when I'm dancing, I always think it's my last performance I'll ever do. Let me give it my best.
That's right. Golin Singh, all the way from Guyana, thank you for tuning in. Rita said, I haven't visited her as yet. Well, I was not invited as yet, so I'm just kidding. One day I'm going to make it to come to you. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Angela says, wow, that is great. Good for you, Dheeraj. How come your ex-wife didn't know you did all these things? And,
That's why she's my ex-wife.
Oh, yeah, and I forget to ask you, you were in Times Magazine. Not a lot of Guyanese actually made those magazines. Tell me a little more.
Well, to be honest, we had dance for the Bollywood Awards. And in the very first row of the Nassau Coliseum was the legend himself, Mr. A.R. Rahman, in the front row. And we were on stage in front of like 18,000 people.
Oh, my God.
And when I walked in, of course, the light from the stage, you always see the first 3 rows.
Right.
And I recognized him. I was like, oh, my God, I'm so nervous because this guy knows about music.
Right.
So we pulled it off. We danced an Irish musical called River Dance. And when I finished, he stood up and he started clapping, and the entire auditorium started clapping. So we had about 18,000 people screaming and clapping. We just did my dancers and I did a really good job. I always give credit to my dancers because they're really amazing. So a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call from India. At that time, I was friends with the actress Poonam Dhillon, who was my ex-wife best friend. She said, did you see yourself in a Time magazine? And I said, no. She said, go take a look.
Wow. So
then I went to the corner deli and had like 6 copies of the same magazine on the stand.
Right.
And when I opened there, I was in the middle page, I was next to Shah Rukh Khan and Amir Khan. And I was like, I just bought all 6 of the magazines.
Yes.
But to my knowledge, no dancer has ever made it to the Time magazine as yet.
Wow.
So I think we're the only ones that have ever made it to the Time magazine.
And that speaks volume of who you really are as a dancer and how talented you are here in the United States and representing our beloved Guyana.
Thank you.
And, you know, it's always good. You're welcome. And it's always good, you know, like I left Guyana too and I came here. I'm glad I'm doing this show. And so I know you have to feel kind of good when you on the stage dancing and you see 18,000 people cheering for you. All your hair on your body got to stand up.
Once I was in Guyana, we were doing this show with the Angels Band a couple of years ago, and they had like 35,000 people in Berbice.
Oh, my God.
And when I have never felt nervous in my life. I have danced for the best of the best. But I have never felt so nervous when I walked on that stage and I saw like people like ants, like rice.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, I am dead here. And then when they announced my name, the crowd just stormed the stage.
Oh, my God.
And I had to make a step back. I was like, I am dead here tonight. And then my costume was kind of revealing also.
Oh, my.
So I was like, oh, my God, what did I just do here?
Yes, yes.
But listen, I just performed and the crowd went crazy. When I came off, the promoter was like, you need to leave right now with some armed guards.
Really?
So they had to get me with 4 armed guards to take me to the car, and I had to leave Berbice right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, you like the president then. You were like the president. Let's
But
read
the thing
some.
is that I like going in the crowd and having fun with the people, but then I had to leave because they were so scared for my safety.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's sad. It's always good to mingle with people that, you know, supporting you in all that you do. Let's see. Lenai is on. Thank you very much, Lenai. Chandra Petters are on. Thank you very much, Chandra. Girly Prasad said, Dheeraj, he was dancing in Alexander Village.
That's where I was born and grew, Alexander Village.
I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit too. Sita Ramsamuj, thank you very much for tuning in. Let's see who Angela says. Wow, that's great. Good for Dheeraj. Yes, he's good. You know, I have never known that you were from there, but I went to nursing school, and there was this girl that told me that, in fact, I think I sent your dance to her in Barbados, and her name, what's her name again? When I remember her name, I'll tell you. But she said, you know what, you guys are from the same village in Alexander Village, and her sister was a nurse, and she was a nurse. Lord, how that name miss gone for me that quick. But yes, so it's good, and a lot of people know you. When I said, you know, and like I said years ago, I always show class, you know, how good you are.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're welcome. Let's get some song, and when we come back, we're going to go and talk about your daughter.
Okay, great.
Because I observed some things with her at the show, and I want to know.
We haven't mentioned my show I came
Oh,
to
yeah.
promote.
Let's talk about your show next
It's
week.
on January 25th, guys, in 2 weeks at Starlight Pavilion if you live in the tri-state area. We have one of the biggest local talent show happening. Saturday, 25th of January at Starlight Pavilion, sponsored by Carl Mohan of Carl Mohan Realty, guys. We're going to have amazing dancers, amazing singers, and amazing hosts and amazing DJs. And we're going to have after parties, an Indian, East meets West kind of team. We're asking to wear Indian. Guys, a Bollywood team show and dance. It's for the entire family. Bring the kids out because you're going to see these young, tiny ones dancing and modeling and stuff. It's going to be an awesome show. That's next week, next 2 Saturdays, January 25th at Starlight Pavilion.
And guess what? He wanted to talk about his show, and the conversation going so good. Who forget?
It's going all over the place right now.
That's right. Let's go, DJ.
I bet you didn't know what's gonna happen here. You ready? Come, I'm crazy.
Oh my oh my mainu chandiyo na kitne bin dil nahi lagna jitne bittu chalna hai mahi main tere piche chalna tujhe sakti nahi main ji sakta nahi koi bhi siri mein sharta bhi rakta nahi kya tere baajo mera 2 1
सचिया मोहब्बता दे माही कीते और नयो मिलना जीते भी तू चलना आई मैं तेरे पीछे पीछे चलना
ओ माही रे ओ माही
Mostly, Chord part and my bass heavy. Man a half from the man a boasty. Fling a camera rhythm like a touchy. Boasty, house on the coast G. My music so loud you can't hear me. Some boys them can't test me. I'm on a magical journey.
दिल विच तेरे यारा मैनू रहने दे आँखों से आँखों वाली गल कहने दे धड़कन दिल दी धन पहचाने तू मेरा है मैं हूँ तेरी रब दिए जाने
पूरे सकदी नहीं मेरा सकदा नहीं तेरे बिन यार और जीते सकदा नहीं या तेरे बाँचों मेरा
2, 1
रंग तेरा चढ़िया पे के हुर कोई रंग नयो चढ़ना सचिया मोहब्बत दे माही किते और नयो मिलना हो माही दे ओ माही
Boasty, boasty. Chord part and my bass heavy. Man a half from the man a boasty. Fling a camera rhythm like a touchy.
Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show. Here today, I am with one of the greatest dancers that came out of Guyana. And I just see your friend, Nadia Mulchan was her name, from Barbados.
I know Nadia Mulchan. Hi, Nadia, if you're watching.
She is watching.
We did a
yeah.
couple of shows in Barbados, but 3 or 4 shows in Barbados.
No,
So-
Nadia, I was telling him that I know you, and you guys are from the same village in Barbados. But thank you very much. I see Bibi Saida Akbar Hassan. She locked on, and she is doing so much work in terms of cancer in Guyana. So thank you very much for tuning in. I'm so glad that you tune in, and hope that we get to meet sometime or the other. Yes, I know you are from Guyana. Thanks for all that you do. Go ahead.
Hello, Guyana. I was in Guyana July for a show in Barbados. Both shows got rained out.
Oh, yes,
Unfortunately, both shows got rained out. But I had the most amazing weekend in Guyana.
Yes.
I don't normally go to Guyana a lot. When I went there, I just go for one night. When I go for shows, I fly in the day of, and the day after I fly out back. I don't normally stay overnight.
You're a big
But
guy.
I just happened to stay that weekend. I had an amazing time in Guyana. So everybody in Barbados, if you're locked on right now from Little Rock Hotel, and my friend
The guy, right?
yeah, the guy, I
yes.
forgot to keep forgetting his name. Riaz from
Yes.
from Little Rock TV. You guys are amazing. They were so good to me in Barbados.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you guys for your hospitality.
That's good. I'm so glad that you had fun. I'm sure that you're going to go back sometime. And guys, if you're watching the show, please share our page, our link, so other people can watch who have never seen Dheeraj or who don't know a lot about him. This is the right time to get to know Dheeraj, the guy that can shake. All right. So, Dheeraj, when I go to shows and so on, I'm always observant. The nurse in me comes out a lot of times, and I was standing there. I was doing a live feed on you.
Okay.
But I also saw while the ladies were coming, your daughter, Nikita, she came and she was stopping these ladies from coming to get you.
Yeah.
I said to myself, wow, she is very protective of her daddy.
First of all, my 2 daughters, I'm very close to them. They're my 2 best friends. I really don't have a lot of friends. So my 2 best friends are my daughter. If anything bothers me, the small one, I call her. The Nikita, I call her. We have a lot of conversations. And I'm very close to my 2 girls. So Nikita and Anisha is very protective of me. Like if we go anywhere and I'm dancing, because Nikki is also a dancer, so she knows what a big distraction is when a person come and start touching you or in front of you and dancing with you when they're not supposed to be there. So she's like, do you mind let him do what he has to do? But
Yes.
my 2 girls are very, very protective over me. Likewise, I'm protective over them too.
That's good. And I know that they dance with you too. Your daughter Nikita danced with you too. So how as a father, I would love that that I get to dance with my daughter. How do you feel, and how do she feel that she gets to share the stage with her papa?
Well, when Nikki was 5 years old, a couple of weeks before her 5th birthday, I wanted to launch her, but I didn't want to launch her so early because she was already an amazing young dancer at that age. And I said, you know what, she can do it. So we put her on stage and she won. She went to India and she
Really?
won her first dancing competition in India. Around
Wow.
there was 300 other young kids her
Really?
age, and she won first prize.
Wow.
So I was happy with that. And when we came back, we did a duet for the very first time. She was not even 6 years old as yet.
Wow.
And myself and her did a duet on stage, and she pulled it off. So for me to dance with my daughter right now, for us to do duets, is a really amazing feeling.
Yes.
I'm not going to say she's the best. My best dance partner is a girl called Sanita. Sunita was one of my ex-students who got married and stopped dancing.
Really?
But she was the most amazing dance partner I've ever had.
And that's sad.
Yeah, and then my daughter came second, because there's certain things you can't do with your daughter that you would do with the other person who's not your daughter, right? But me and my daughter, we make a really good team. But when I dance with her, the pride and joy I feel knowing that I'm a father on stage dancing with his daughter. And I know a lot of fathers don't have a chance to do that, and I get the option to do that. So I want to say thank you. And to Nikita, I love you. And Lene is asking me, why is it if I finish dancing, she saw me twice and I run away when I'm finished dancing. It's not that I run away when I'm finished dancing, because I'm in a different area or different environment. So when I'm finished dancing, people have a way of thinking of dancers in a certain way. And because they see you dancing in a certain way, because when I dance chutney, I'm very seductive. It's very seductive, provocative movements. So like people tend to come and they touch you the wrong way, or they grab you the wrong way. And before I have to punch somebody.
Oh Lord. And you say you know kickboxing.
And because I do kickboxing, so I'm like, before anybody just do anything wrong to me, let me leave. None of the normal, I love to meet people. I love to chat and I love to have a drink with people. But then some people get out of hand. So that's the reason why before it gets out of hand, I leave.
Yes. I see Teresa saying, tune in. Maureen Ramcharan, I know she goes on your show too. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shanaz Ghafoor, a good cook. Thank you for tuning in on the Ken Rampersaud Show. Guys, please don't forget to share the page to your friends. Yes, Dataline Singh is back watching with us. Let's see who else we have there. Is there anybody else you want to say hello to?
I want to say hi to everyone locked on, because I want to invite you guys, if you live in the tri-state area, to come out on January 25th to my show, East Meets West, at the Starlight Pavilion right here in the tri-state area. It's going to be an awesome show. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. And guys, we have a lot of young talent. You know, as I'm preparing to get off stage, because as you know, I've been saying that for the past couple of years, that I'm going to retire from dancing. But the honest truth is, I don't know when I'm going to retire, because my calendar's already booked up so much for this year already.
Yes.
So how can I retire from dancing when people are still booking you? And then once they pay me, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
In fact, I saw a couple of years ago, you wrote that you're going to retire.
Retire, yeah.
And then I wrote to you and I said, wait, I see you still got all these bad moves. How are you going to retire?
And that's the thing, because every time I say I'm going to retire from dance and I get booked up so crazily, like I'm so heavily booked this year already for private events and parties and shows. So how can I take a back seat when I know there's a demand for me still? It's like why give up? You know what I mean? I'm going to keep going as long as you guys want me to dance.
That goes to my next question to you. Is there a young budding dancer like you, or performance, what you want to say?
Are you talking about male or female?
Male.
Male, no, none.
None?
There was one, but he stopped dancing.
Yeah. We have to get you to get someone to groom them to be just
well, there was one person who I thought had the ability to do it, but then that person just went in a different direction altogether. So I was like, there goes the opportunity. But we do have a few young ladies in our dance school who are amazing young dancers. My daughter's an amazing dancer, but she doesn't want to dance because if they don't want to pay, she's not dancing. Which I don't blame them, as I think as a performer you should get paid for what you do.
Right.
And but we do have a lot of young dancers in my school who are so amazing. If you come to the show on the 25th, you're going to see how amazing these young ladies are.
Okay.
And I'm actually letting them dance some of the songs that I perform, like Pia Tu Abtoaj and stuff like that. We do have a young lady dancing Pia Tu. She's only 9 years old.
Oh.
So you're going to see a lot of young budding talent who I'm going to encourage and guide in the right direction, the way I was guided and mold to do the right thing. Because I can remember when I used to judge dancing competitions in New Jersey. I was the judge who looked for all the technical movements.
Right.
I was judging them in the technical abilities. So not only you dancing, because I say when you dance, dancing is not just dancing. There's so much to dancing. Your movements, your angles, your body language, your foot movements, everything has to come together.
Right.
And I see a lot of dancers dancing like jumping here and jumping there and dancing like peacocks. That's not dancing. And then they're dressing like ladies. That's not dancing.
Okay. So, you are the expert, so I'll take your word. Sheila Manga Singh from Suriname, thank you very much for tuning in. I see your nephew is picking a little bit on you tonight. He said you are his role model.
I better be his role model.
And Angela says, don't retire, Dheeraj. You have to support me Black Cake Bella. She always with a black
But
cat.
I give Mr. Buddy Singh my word from Chutney Wine because every time he has Chutney Wine, I travel with them a lot. He went to Florida 3 times in a row, and I went to all 3 events. And he said, he said I can't retire because every time Chutney Wine happens, I have to perform. So I said to him, as long as I have the ability and the strength to keep going, I will support Chutney Wine. And I wouldn't support. I really don't support a lot of charitable organizations. I'll tell you the reason why. Because I did so many fundraisers for other temples and mandirs and religious organizations, and when we want to use their facilities, they're charging us.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm performing here for free, and you guys want to charge me for using your place. So that's why I stopped supporting them.
Wow. Well, it goes both ways. Sally Roy, thank you very much for tuning in. Maria Harris, our girl, thank you very much for tuning in. Sandra Singh, thank you, my dear. It was good to see you. I see Ken was trying to remember your name. Yes, that was you were correct. You got a good memory. Razia Hussein, thank you for tuning in again. Let's go our DJ, and when we come back, we'll have some more questions for our guest, a special guy, Dheeraj. You are listening to the Ken Rampersaud Show here.
सकिनो मेरी तेरी खुशी आए किस्मत देख सकिनो मेरी तेरी खुशी दिल तुम्हें किसका कसूर दिल तुम्हें किसका कसूर ओ शमा मुझको करे मैं न रहूं तू न तू रहे यही इश्क है रसूल यही इश्क है रसूल
Good evening again. Welcome to the Ken Rampersaud Show here today on Island Zone Radio. And guess what? We have the master blaster of dancing, Dheeraj Guyana. And Dheeraj, I see your nephew is playing with you here. He said he could read our lips. He can't read our lips.
Go ahead, read my lips.
Girly Prasad, that was Girly Prasad there. And Vikram, thank you. Big up everyone locked on. Thank you very much. Nadira, good night. Star Gal. Let's see who we got here. Robert Ramp, thank you very much for tuning in. Garvin Clyde, thank you very much for tuning in. You were not at the Bird Show today, miss you. But thanks for tuning in to the Ken Rampersaud Show. Ryan is saying, Robert, please, Dheeraj, don't cuss me out. He said he can beat you when he's done. He coming over there to you guys.
I'm coming for dinner by you afterwards.
So let's talk. I am sure you have been acknowledged in so many different ways. And tell me some of the awards that you have won that really resonate in you and say, you know what, wow, I'm so glad I got this. I'm so glad that I've been recognized in this fashion.
This happened in 1992, actually. I was in Guyana, and I had entered my name in this dancing competition called Nyanda's Award Dancing Competition. And I got a phone call and said that the competition is tomorrow, and I was in Guyana, and you have to leave Guyana right now in order to be in the competition next day.
Wow.
So I left the very flight I can get, a very next flight out of the country, and I came to New York. I arrived here in the morning, and I had to get myself together, prepare a song, and then go and enter the dancing competition, which I went there and I won.
Wow.
So I became the first West Indian dancer to ever win the Nyanda's Award.
That's
so
beautiful.
From that point onwards, I didn't really want to dance more competitions because I've won over 150 already.
Right.
And I figured this is the biggest award I'll ever win. So why keep going? So I stopped dancing competitions.
Oh, that's a good thing
Yeah.
too. Yeah. You know, after you won so many awards, it's a good thing to give the young people a chance to, right?
Exactly.
Especially some of the dancers that you have trained or taught to dance. So my next question to you is, and you have been in this community, you have heard so many stories. What advice do you have for the young girls? We're going to talk both male and female, but for now, let's talk about the young girls. What kind of advice do you have for them growing up in this difficult society?
I just want to say to all, I'm going to address both male and female.
Are you
if you
go
don't
ahead
mind.
and
I'll
do
go
it.
ahead, yeah. I just want to say to the young people out there, in my vocabulary, there's nothing as scant or impossible.
Right.
When I'm teaching you dance class, when I'm teaching dancing in my classes, and a person say, Uncle D, I can't, or it's impossible, I said, those words don't exist in my vocabulary. Because at my age, if I can do certain movements, you being 15 times younger than I am, you can do it. So nothing is impossible. You're in a land of opportunities. Whatever you put your mind to, you can accomplish it in this country.
True.
So go after your dreams. Don't let anybody say no or you can't or it's impossible. Those two words, take it out of your vocabulary. No, impossible and can't is two words that shouldn't be existing. Take it out and go after your dreams. And I would just want to say one thing. Education is a must. Stay in school, get an education. Some people are lucky where they just learn a trade or they just happen to learn come from a rich family and they don't really have to work or get education. But there's something nobody could ever take from you, and that's an education.
True.
So
Story.
education goes so far. So stay in school, get an education. You want to learn a trade, it's fine. But the two words take out of your vocabulary is can't and impossible. And go after your dreams and live life, but live it in a very decent fashion. You can do whatever you want to do under the covers. That's your business, but do it in a very decent fashion. And don't trust anybody in this world because nobody is your friend. You can have a best friend, and once you and that person stop talking or fall out, the whole world knows your business. I've been telling my two daughters the same thing. Do not trust anybody. Live your life. Live it to the fullest. YOLO. You only live once, and you're only young once. Live it to the fullest. Get an education. Stay in school. And take out two words from your vocabulary: can't and impossible.
That's good advice. I remember talking to you one day, and you said to me, "You know what? I don't have no good friends." And I says, "Wow, and you said a good thing there. And it's always good to trust someone, though. But then you said the right thing. When you get wrong with people, they go and talk everything that you've told them.
That's why my two daughters are my two best friends, because I can tell them everything, and I know them, at the end of the day they're my two daughters. They would never say what I said. So those are my two best friends. So my two best friends are my two girls.
And I know we talk about Nikita. What about your other daughter? What she would want to become?
Anisha is studying law right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's studying law. But I don't know if she wants to pursue the career as a lawyer. But I just want to say my two girls are in. Nikki is just finished college also. Anisha's if she just want to be a lawyer, that's fine. But education is a must. In my household, education is a must. And the small one is not. She can dance, but she doesn't want to be on stage, which is fine because she's a shy one. But she's also a speaker. She speaks well, and I just want to say to the two girls, my two girls, I'm very proud of them because you know why? They live a very decent life and they are educated. And I want to see all young people, male and female, stay in school, get an education, and become what you want to be. Be the best you can be in this country.
That's right. Be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. Next question. In Guyana, I don't know, you left Guyana a long time, but you have heard stories about Guyanese. A lot of Guyanese, I mean, it happened all over the world, but especially Guyana is on top of the chart where people killing themselves. Suicide. And in terms of suicide prevention, what advice do you have for all these young people who like seeing, there is no light at the end of the tunnel for them?
There's always a light at the end of the tunnel because I just think you need to speak to someone, no matter how bad the situation is. Look for somebody, especially, I always believe your family, your mom and dad is the person to speak to, or your sisters and brothers. Out that circle, I don't think you should. Speak to your very own because they're the only ones who's going to have your back no matter what. I know some kids blame their parents, my parent this, my parent that, because the parents are not allowing them to do what they want to do. We as parents are here to protect our children.
Right.
We brought them into the world until we have to give them the best life possible. We have made mistakes and we don't want our children making the same mistakes we have made. So we're trying to let them live the best life that they can be with our protection. So to me, the ones who think about suicide, don't. Speak to your mom, speak to your dad, speak to your sisters and brothers. And if you can't do that, speak to a counselor. Look for a counselor because they're going to keep your secret, because I think every time you talk to a counselor, that is supposed to be a confidential conversation.
You are correct.
So speak to a counselor and get help because suicide is not the answer. You're young. You have your entire life ahead of you. Why waste it?
You are correct. And I was going to say that, yes, you can speak to, apart from your parents, you can talk to a counselor, and it's a good thing. They will listen to you in a non-judgmental way, if you know what I mean. So feel free to talk to them. Sometimes I believe, and we talk about friends and so on, and there are times that we can talk to some friends, and I agree with what you're saying.
It's tough to find true friends because I've had friends who in the blink of an eye turn their back on me. So I know what it's like, the people who, for 10, 15 years, you're best friends, and suddenly, overnight, they're just changing you, all because of jealousy. I have been traveling the world since I was a young boy, performing over the world, and I really don't have a lot of friends. My family, my sisters, my brothers, my two daughters have always been my best friend. And the reason why, because I've learned the hard way. People pretend well. People pretend, well, I'm your friend, but some people are your friend because of certain needs only.
You are speaking the truth.
Exactly. And then when they can't get from you anymore, that's when the friendship is over. So I really don't believe, I may consider you a friend, but I wouldn't open my heart out to you. I wouldn't tell you my deepest, darkest secret. But we can hang out, we can have a drink, we go to the movies, whatever, we can hang out. And that's what you call a friend. But my best friends are my two girls.
Oh, that is so profound to hear, Dheeraj. That's good advice there. Good friend Raymond Hamid watching all the way from Virginia. I see Miss Geeta Rampersaud tune in. She's very lucky she's getting to watch the thing live as it's playing here in the studio. Oh, before I forget, I don't want to forget, tomorrow is our son Rajiv Nandalal birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Rajan Nandalal. Where's the wine?
He's right over there.
Where's the wine? Where's the tequila? Where's the duck curry?
So Rajiv, I want to
Where's
say...
the birthday cake, young man?
It's here. It's here.
Oh, you have a birthday cake?
Yes.
Okay, I love cakes. So I'm going to come off this camera right now and have a piece of birthday cake. No, I'm just joking.
So on behalf of your mom, myself, and all of us here in studio and in the house, we want to wish you a happy birthday. We pray that God bless you and continue to bless you and give you a good life.
How old are you, 16? Okay, he's 16 years old.
He probably wishes he were 16.
I wish I would. No, I don't wish I was 16. I would live a full life. I don't wish I was 16. I would never trade my age for what I was at 16. I think I have lived a really good life, and you know what they say about dancers, right? Artists in the whole, our entire life is a big vacation, which is true actually, because we've been paid. They're flying us to a different country. They're paying for a hotel room. They're paying for the food. They're paying for transportation. All I have to go and do is shake my butt for 5 minutes, and I get paid for doing that too.
Yes.
So my entire life is a vacation because for 4 to 5 years I've been traveling the world.
Yes.
So I can say I've had a really good 4 to 5 years of vacation.
Wow, good for you. I'm going to come back with a question for you. Rita saying, yes, we want to wish your mom a speedy recovery. I know she's in the hospital and keep her in our prayers. We will keep your mom in our prayers. Thank you very much. Ryan Jeffrey says, lol, Robert, he said,
Ryan is just mad because I'm not acknowledging him right now. But he is my nephew, and you guys know I love my family, right? So, of course, I love my nephew, Ryan, DJ Fussy.
So, and so he have a question for you. He said, Kenneth, ask why he didn't take the opportunity to teach in India to choreograph the Indian dance video.
Actually, I was offered a few opportunities to go to India and teach and do choreographies for some dance videos, even for 1 or 2 movies. But the money they were offering me to do it was nothing compared to what I was making in New York at that time. So I was weighing my options. A young guy, you want to make money. So the money I was being paid to do one dance they weren't paying me that for a couple of months to do to make a video. So I refused the opportunities in India, which I guess back then it was all about the money. And if I had the brain I have now, maybe I would have said yes to the video because I might become a big choreographer in India. Right. But at that time I said no because I was looking to make money. So that's was one of the reasons why I said no.
Yes. I see Rajan Narain tune in. Thank you very much. And so, Lena, I said, Dheeraj, you are so right. Follow your heart desire and your dreams. It's all about you, and always believe in yourself, esteem and confidence and respect.
You know, when I was younger, when I was 9 and I was told I was going to be a dancer on stage, I cried my heart out because I wanted to be a doctor. And then when my father passed away, I was only 15 years old. Wow. So I took a break off of dancing for an entire year. And then I said, I said, you know what? Dancing has always been me. So when I came back, I went and entered there was a blue competition called Blue Miss Dancing Competition, and I won the first prize in my return back to the stage. And then I told myself, I said, if I'm going to become a dancer, I'm going to be the best dancer there is, and I'm going to make money from doing this.
Wow.
And that's...
Monica, oh my darling, Monica, oh my darling.
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right, welcome back to Island Zone Radio. My name is Dheeraj. I'm here with the big man himself, Mr. Ken Rampersaud. And this is the Ken Rampersaud Show. I happen to be a guest tonight. And I hope you guys are enjoying my little insight to my dancing world. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. But don't forget, January 25th, next 2 weeks, at Starlight Pavilion, is something called East Meets West. You know, Indian and West Indian meeting together. And we're going to call it a Bollywood team show and dance. I want you guys to come out there and support these young budding talents. And come out there because it's going to be an awesome show. It's for the entire family, a show and dance. DJ Fest is going to be there. DJ Logic, DJ Double S. I'm going to be there. I'm preparing a brand new dance item with my dancers. I haven't done a dance like this for a very long time, so I'll be doing a brand new dance item. And of course, without a chutney, me doing a chutney dance, the people are not going to be happy. So I have to join a chutney dance there too.
All right, chutney to season up things up on the,
Exactly.
on the floor there. Eh? Oh, you know what I was going to ask you? I see that, you know, it's strange and funny that when you're dancing and from the time I know you hit, your knee hit the ground and you start to whine, these ladies get all the roar and the excitement. I'm like, Jesus, what's this about?
You know what it is? I'm doing what no other dancer wants to do. I'm just being real.
Right.
What you see is me being real. I'm not going to hide anything because you know they want to do it, but they're just embarrassed to do it. I'm not embarrassed to do what I have to do on stage to put a smile in your face. So when I'm on stage, I'm doing what you would do to a song. Just I have no shame about doing it.
That's good. That's good. Let's see. We have Chris Sibadan. Thank you very much for tuning in at the Ken
DJ Q
Rampersaud Show.
Master, how are you?
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, DJ Q Master. He was at one time my favorite DJ.
Oh, really?
And then he dropped to number 2.
How come?
because I don't see him anymore and I don't hear him play, so he dropped to number 2. And soon he can drop to number 3.
So who's your number one then?
But it was DJ Fez. But he's my nephew, so I dropped him to number 2 too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of number two.
Yeah, now I have number 1, and that's my DJ
But-
Logic.
but-
He's my traveling DJ.
We're going to talk about Logic. Let me talk about Logic in a minute. But you know what? We have to say thanks to, and I know he doesn't like us to say a lot of good things about him. But
Oh, DJ Fez?
but
Island
he
Zone
said-
Radio?
uh-huh.
Oh, he has to thank me because I created Island Zone Radio.
You did?
I'm just joking. I'm just taking the credit for him.
You're too much. But, you know, it's so good that we have him that he's always accessible. And
Fez, just say thank you to Dheeraj. Okay, please, just say thank you to Uncle Dheeraj.
you are too much. Let's see. Oh, I know that you and, what's his name? You're a DJ.
My DJ Logic.
DJ Logic. He's very
He's like my
calm,
son.
but He
He's
is?
a son I don't have, yeah.
Oh, that's nice to
Because
hear.
we, like, Saturday night, I have to tell you about this experience of mine. This is the 5th time it happened to me.
Really?
Over my dancing career, people actually, I don't know if it's part of their death wish or if before they die, they want to see me perform.
Right.
So 4 times it happened to me where people have it where they want me to perform for them privately. And when they asked me to perform for them, they said it's their birthday. So, of course, I showed up to their place where their party is supposed to be. And when I go, it was a private house. Most of the time, it's private houses, and only
Right.
1 person or 2 persons are there.
Oh, really?
Most of the time, I want to walk away, but then when I see the sick person in the bed lying down, they said,
Aw.
it's their birthday, and if I can just dance for them. Of course, I charge a lot of money, so they pay
Yes.
me up front. And I do it, and then a couple days, maybe a couple hours later, or a couple days later, they pass away.
Wow.
So then it kind of got to me. So this happened recently. I wouldn't say what day it was, but recently, as is very, very recent, I performed for someone also, and she was in bed, and I didn't want to do it because I felt like she was going to die right there. And so the family begged me, but they said, please, that she really likes you and she wanted to dance
Oh.
just for her. So I said, okay, and I agreed to. And I left the party, and 2 hours later, she passed.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want somebody to die, call Dheeraj.
Oh
No,
my
kidding.
God! But I kind of felt like it's not fair to me also because mentally it does a lot to me.
Right.
Because if I perform for you and 2 hours later you die or you passed on, but then also I'm in some ways I'm looking at it as if I did something good because they wanted to see me dance for the last. So-
I think you have to look at it in a positive way.
In a positive way,
You know,
yeah.
look at it in a positive way because, you know, they see you dance and they like how you dance. And so, hey, if they can see you dance live, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and 5 times. This is the 5th time it happened to me. So I don't want to do it anymore because I couldn't sleep for the entire weekend. I'm just like up thinking about what just happened, you know?
Well, I think you should still do it. Just go and, you know what I'm saying, or tell your family, if anything wrong with this person, please don't call me. You know, but just let it go easy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, you know, you have so many young people. You training them, you teaching them to dance, and I'm sure that you have a kind of responsibility towards them, to how you mold them and how you grow
Exactly,
them.
exactly.
And what's your plan? Do you look at them as your children? Do you look at them, you know, as any
Well,
other?
first of all, when a person come and join my dance group, which is Gunguru's Dance Academy, every dancer becomes a part of me, become part of our family, and they become my kids, my children.
Wow.
So all the girls becomes my daughters, all the boys becomes my sons. But we don't have any boys now because I stopped taking boys after of the what's going on with the young men, right?
Yes,
so I just
yes.
said no, not right now. So they become my kids, and not only I look at them not as a dancer but also as a parent. You got to behave yourself. You have to come smelling clean. You have to look certain way, and I treat them the way I treat my two daughters.
Aw.
So they become part of me, and they can tell you that I treat them like my children. When they come, they help themselves to whatever we have. If they have a problem, they come to me sometimes and they talk to me. I listen and I give advice as a fatherly, as a parent advice. So my responsibility to them is to teach them the best of my ability. I have spent so many years learning the craft of dancing, which I think I've perfected to a point, because we are still learning. No matter what, we are still learning. So I would teach them to the best of my ability, and I hope they can carry on that in whatever they do. And my responsibility to make them the best dancer they could be. Not only the best dancer, but the best person or the best version of themselves.
Right.
Outside and inside, wherever they go. So that's my responsibility to all young dancers. I don't believe so much as in group dances, but we do group dances. I believe in individual dance and solo dances. And I like to build young people's, build their self-esteem. Because I think self-esteem goes up, because a lot of kids come to my school and they're very shy, they're very timid, and they don't, they're so enclosed. But when I'm finished with them, you can hear these young women and young guys, they speak. Because I believe in building their self-esteem. First of all, I'm building your self-esteem, I'm teaching you talent, and I'm making you a better person of yourself.
That's a beautiful thing, and it's always good to have that a good role model.
If I ever go on the streets and I see any one of my dancers on the street behaving anyway, I would stop and cut their ass right there. No, I'm serious, because I not only consider them a dancer, they're part of me. They become my children.
You're right. I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's see who we have here. Tune in. John from Queens. I see Ryan says, so basically what Dheeraj is saying is Kenneth is the better I would never.
Kenneth is a better dancer than me.
Guess
in
what?
his bathroom, in his shower.
That's right. That's right.
In his shower, nobody's watching.
That's
it's like
right.
me, I'm a better singer than Mariah Carey when I'm in the shower. Ah!
But you know what? The truth of the matter is, you are a great dancer.
Thank you.
I cannot. I would never put myself in that category of dancers. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I love to shake my. I like to dance. Yes.
He just want to say the word ass. You have to shake his ass. Just say it. I can say it for you.
Yeah, you know, I love to dance, and it's a good thing. It's a good.
Let me tell you, I have a class for adults called Dancercise. I teach every Mondays and Tuesdays, adults only. Older people come to my class. But it's amazing how our older ladies, they would watch $10 and not watch their health. Do you know that dancing is a total body workout?
Yes.
It de-stresses you, it tones your body, helps you to lose weight, and it's your whole peace of mind.
Yes.
It is so healthy. And some people will watch $10 a week and not come to dance class. But then when they get sick, they spend more than that money just to go to the doctors and take care of themselves. So no, avoid it. Come to my dance class. Break a sweat. Exercise. Laugh. You want to fart? Go ahead and fart. We're going to have fun because my class is a fun class.
You're funny.
And you learn a few dance moves also.
Yeah, some other moves too.
And some other moves too.
Michelle Prasad, thank you for tuning in. Rita Singh is still with us, and I'm so glad. Girly Prasad, thanks for staying with us all night. Lee Knight, thank you very much. Priya Prasad, it's final wish that may give them a restful one, and that's a true story too. It's good to do. You know, let's talk about. You know, yesterday we were reading this young Guyanese guy, about 21 years old. He raped or molested an older woman, 90-something years old. What is your take about that?
I just think he needs help. Whatever he's blaming his parents or family, I just think when they come to this country, I think he came recently to New York too, right?
Oh, really? I'm
not sure, but they try to use different things, and that can mess with your mind also. So I just think it's all, he needs help, and we as people out there we should just don't jump really quick and judge. Because we're not God. We don't know what goes on around him or what happened to him or what he's going through mentally, physically, or whatever it is. So give him the help he needs. Maybe, I mean, what he did is wrong in all ways and all forms, but this young guy needs help. It's a cry for help. To me, it's a cry for help.
Yes, but you know the bad thing is that
Someone
passed away,
yeah.
and that's what's
And that
bad.
should not go unpunished.
Right.
That should not. It's like a person who rapes a young person. A person who rapes another person. They should. I don't know what I would do to that person if I got that person in my hand.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So he needs help, but then he should pay for the price for the crime he did.
And let's talk. You could say to join your class, what you have to do.
Well, to be part of my dance classes, show up because we have free dance classes for anyone who wants to learn professional dancing. I do teach professional katak, professional Odissi, professional filmy. If you want to learn professional classes, it's free on Fridays. Call me at 718-850-7952. And we have a dancer size class for adults every Mondays and Tuesdays from 7 to 8. But that class is a paid class because you guys are old. You can afford it.
Oh, Lord of mercy. And let's go for a song.
But don't forget, I have a
$10.
show. And $10 is not bad,
Not
right?
bad, not at all.
Listen, for $10, you get a total body workout. When you go to the gym, you don't have a personal person like me in front of you showing you how to shake your ass, right? I'm showing you to shake it and just do your... And it's fun. You de-stress. You're away from your family, your friends, everybody. Come there, be yourself. You don't have to worry. It's a no judgment zone, kind of like Planet Fitness. Only you have me in front of you, judging you, telling you what to do. I'm just joking.
Yes, yes. Let's go, DJ. We are ready.
All right, welcome back to the Ken Rampersaud Show. This is Dheeraj.
And this is Ken Rampersaud, and you're looking at the Ken Rampersaud Show. He's misbehaving a little bit, but he is in
I'm
check.
taking over his program.
That's okay. You know, it's such an honor to have you on the program.
Thank you so much.
But before you go, I know that you want to talk about your show that you have again.
That's right. It's happening in 2 weeks, guys. January 25th at Starlight Pavilion, 101 Avenue, 130th Street. It's the first big local talent show, all local. We're using from the tri-state area. We have so many dancers, so many singers. We have Jumping Jack, Randy Rackless, Ramdin. We have Farouk. We have Jamal. We have Lil King. We have Shanti. I'm dancing. Nikita, Anisha, Tiffany. We have the Shift Color Dance Group from New Jersey. We have Shakira Dance Group. And guys, we have so many young talent. We have a fashion show from 8-3 all the way to God knows to older people, guys, and it's hosted by Patricia, Lachmi of Let's Talk with Lachmi, my partner on the DNA TV show. And we have Adana and Melinda, who's also a model, plus a fashion model, plus a host also. Music by DJ Fez, DJ Logic, and DJ Double S. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. And we have free food, and I'm making some of the food myself. Yeah.
So that means it's gonna be good.
The food it better be good. And if it's not good, don't tell me it's not good. But we do have a lot of free food, and it's a show and dance for everyone. Bring your kids and enjoy a family event. It's a show and dance. Please wear Indian. And so any information, call me at 718-850-7952. And I just want to say thanks to Mr. Richard of Golden Crown for making me this beautiful birthstone ring. And he gave it to me today. I'm so happy. It's my favorite. And also on this week's program, my DNA TV show coming up Saturday, he's giving away a pair of gold earrings. So if you watch my TV show on Saturday on Spectrum at 5 p.m., the number to call is 718-850-7952. You can win a pair of gold earrings, compliments of Golden Crown. And once again, I want to thank you for having me, and I hope you guys enjoyed my conversation. And there's so much more we have to talk about dancing, but guys, we only have 2 hours. I need an entire week.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so Dheeraj, I'm so glad. I only asked you 2 days ago. I had a brainwave, and I said, you know what? I can bring Dheeraj on the program one day, and I'm so glad that you said yes. Within 2 days, we got this.
I have no life. See here, I'm always up. I'm just joking.
So I'm so glad I get the opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of people that they see you on the radio, but they don't know a lot of things probably about you. So I'm glad that you were able to be honest and candid about all your life story and all of your successful in life. So once again, thank you very much on behalf of all of us here. All the very best.
Thank you very much for having me. And
You're
thank
welcome.
You. And to everyone who's watching, hey, thank you guys for watching and listening to my craziness. And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Gunga Ghana, Guy, we're going to get
Oh,
some.
God, we got to play Gunga Ghana for DJ Fest. Go sleep now.
सुन लो मेरा दुश्मनी कान खोलो मेरा गाना को मैं हूँ तेरा गुरु ज्ञान सब परिवार कूचुर मनावे सब परिवार कूचुर मनावे गुंगा गाना गुंगा गाना गुंगा गाना गावे